Today on the show, an all-musical episode starring Jiavani, Ahsohn Williams, and Ross Bryant, and written by Joel Levinson, plus an interview with Hallie Haas. It's the Novelizers.
Don't want your popcorn, don't want your milk duds, don't want my shoes stuck in pools of sticky cola. Don't show me romance, don't show me fist fights, just show me words printed out under the book lights. Yeah, baby, novelize the movie. Give me sentences, paragraphs, and nothing to see. Yeah, novelize the movie. Write a book and turn it into a podcast.
Now, usually this is the point in the show where Kevin tells us what's happened so far in the story. But now I'm going to turn things over to Stephen, who got an exclusive interview with the composer of this episode, his brother Joel.
Hey, I'm here with Joel Levinson, my brother, and the novelizer of this chapter of the podcast.
Hi, Stephen. Nice to be in town.
Nice to see you, Joel. Where do you live?
I live in Portugal these days, mostly.
And you came all the way here to record this intro, which is amazing.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Because we could have just done this on Zoom and it would have sounded exactly the same.
Oh, shit.
But I did. I found a good deal on Scott's cheap flights. So, yes, here to do it.
Now, we're brothers, but we're different. I'm not different generations, but I'm a bit older than you. You can tell me.
No, we're different generations.
Let's say different generations.
You're Generation X, and I'm a Zennial.
So, representing all Zennials, tell me about your experience. Like, when The Matrix came out, where were you in life?
I'm trying to remember exactly. I think we were like high schoolers, and it was like a summer high school movie is my memory, and everybody was excited about the special effects, and Keanu Reeves was... We thought Keanu Reeves... I mean, we are the Keanu Reeves generation. It's probably better than Zennial. Is that like, when we were 8, he was Bill and Ted's.
Yeah.
And that was like, oh, amazing. And then we grew up with Keanu Reeves and watched him become a hero in all the things where he was a hero. Yeah, we loved him. I don't think ironically. I don't think people of my generation had any ironic feelings towards Keanu Reeves. He was just awesome.
I don't think I've talked to anyone who like rolled their eyes at The Matrix when they came out. People were, for one reason or another, people were blown away. Some people, it changed their whole... I have classmates who saw it and were like, oh shit, all of life is an illusion.
Yeah, my response was I was like, this is an amazing movie with awesome special effects. And when I saw people taking it that seriously, even at the time, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I thought that was ridiculous. Because who hasn't had the thought before that this is all an illusion?
Right.
I can't believe you're being introduced to that thought by this. But on the other hand, they did it in a really compelling, interesting way. So I get it.
I also want to ask you, because the idea of the movie is like, oh, the computers get so powerful that they just control everything. And of all the people I've met and talked to about AI, you are the most optimistic.
I'm 100% optimistic.
Wait for the computers to
No,
take over.
I can. It's not. That's not what I say. That is a mischaracterization. I can tell it to you in like 5 steps. Would you like to hear it or no?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, step 1 is AI is trying. Human beings who are working with AI are trying to get it more and more close to human. Right? That's what the Turing test is. And that the whole thing of like, how close can you make AI to human? On the other hand, human beings are moving closer and closer to being cyborgs. We used to just be pacemakers. Now we've outsourced our memory to our phones. Now we don't have a sense of direction without it. We're like embracing technology as an extension of our own selves. Mm-hmm. And I think that will continue with bionic limbs and, using implants when we get to Neuralink. My point is that we're on a trajectory where AI is becoming more human. Humans are becoming more AI. And what I think of as the singularity is the moment where those two things cross over. Humans and robots and AI are all one thing who not only are like fully integrated, but we think of ourselves as the same species. Therefore, when AI does things to propagate its own existence, it will actually be serving this new AI-nity, or whatever we decide to call this crossover of human beings. It won't think of itself as separate in us and competing with us. It will think of us as part of the same species that it is, because it's the natural evolution.
Saying that computers one day will just plug us into the Matrix and use us as batteries?
No, fuck off.
Okay. Hey, if you're listening to this podcast and we're educating you about the future of
I know you're not going to
cyborgs.
play that either.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's too long, and you're going to be like,
Yeah,
I'm just going to get to the thing. Go ahead.
This is the point where we tell people why they should donate to our Patreon, which I'm sure you do, because you're my brother and you're so supportive. pledge $1 a month or $5 a month. It keeps this crazy.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
For your Patreon. People on Patreon like to give away like little secret awesome things. You could let your Patreon folks know that before you actually issued a challenge to a couple of your friends when it was time to write the theme song of the novel.
Okay, that's true.
And you said I could write one.
Yeah.
And I wrote one. And you didn't choose it.
Well, not yet.
No, but you didn't choose it. But you could give that away as like a prize.
Or we could give it away to everyone. You want to play it right now? Could I encourage you? Come on, ladies and gentlemen, give him a big hand. Come on. Don't be shy.
Do you know what?
Would you play the...
How about I play a little bit and then only people who
get the full...
donate $1 a month can get the full experience.
Okay. Joel Levinson with the alternate theme song.
You're going to have to stand back. I wrote a novel. I wrote a book. I wrote a novel. If you did like one, go. I wrote a novel. I wrote a book. I wrote a novel. If you did like one, go. Take a movie, turn it to bird. Take a movie, turn it to bird. Take a movie, turn it to a book. Turn that book right into a podcast.
Thank you, Joel. And if you like that alternate theme song and want that to be the official theme song of the Novelizers, reach out to us on Patreon or Instagram or Twitter or X or whatever your social media platform is of choice and let us know. And since this is a musical episode of the Novelizers, our my co-host, Kevin Carter, has written a rap to catch us up on the story so far. So take it away, Kevin.
It starts with a police raid, the cops about to kick in the door. One lady, one chair, an empty room, they ain't never seen this before. Age tell them to leave before it's too late, they ain't listening, no. They engage, she get enraged and they bodies start hitting the floor. Roof chase to escape before the small window she goes through. She makes it out and she's still alive, then disappears in a phone booth. Neil sleep at his desk, computer tells him to get up from his rest and to follow the white rabbit, then tells him that they're knocking his next. Meets Trinity at the club and she tell him the truth is coming. Next day at work in his cubicle, he get handed something. It's a cell phone and it rings right on time. It's Morpheus. He tell him they've been looking, but don't worry, there's more for us. He needs to get out of there because the agent's looking. If he don't want to find out why, then he need to book it. Morpheus got him all the way to the ledge. Neo said nah, then decided to get caught instead. Agent started asking questions, he didn't want to talk, so they put a worm in him. Thought it was fake till Morpheus called, then sent the car to come get him. Team took the worm out, now it's time to meet the boss. If you want to know the Matrix, then this is what it costs. Red pill, blue pill, which one do you choose? Red pill, blue pill, which one do you choose? Red pill, blue pill, which one do you choose? Pick which one you want, cause there is no way to lose. He chose the red cause he wanted to know the Matrix. They started messing with his mind to see if he could take it. He wake up naked in the bath of slime, yo, it's super yucky. Then he gets flushed down the tube, then rescue, we super lucky. Now it's time for Neo to figure out what this all about. Stick him in the room with Morpheus to figure all this out. He finally gets introduced to the desert of the real, but Neo doesn't believe and wants it out of this deal. So we chill till he found out he can learn anything in minutes. Said he know Kung Fu and Morpheus said okay, let's get it. Neo gets whooped because he doesn't know how to free his mind. They jump a building but Neo can't cause he afraid of dying. We find out that obviously Cypher's a backstabber, talking with the agents to capture Morpheus and laugh after. And now it's time for Neo to go and meet the Oracle. We see Cypher drop the cell phone, this guy is horrible. Morpheus tell Neo he needs to know the truth before the job is done. He in a room full of kids with powers and it looks like a lot of fun. He meets the Oracle and she is predicting everything, then gives him a look up and down just to tell him that he's not the one. Yeah, that's enough of me rapping. Just keep listening to the Novelizers to see what happens. Hey, that's enough of me rapping. Just keep listening to the Novelizers to see what happens.
Oh my God, that was awesome.
Yeah, he's a talented guy.
I met Kevin before you did, just for the record.
Yeah, you introduced me to Kevin.
That's right.
And now, Joel Levinson, novelize us.
Welcome, Neo. And by the way, don't worry about the vase.
I came in here thinking my story's just begun. I came in here thinking that I might be the one, and I know you want to talk about it, and you could shout it right into my face, but I just can't hear you now, cause I'm all about feeling bad about your face. So sorry.
Don't worry, baby.
I'm so sorry about your face. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
So sorry about your face. When people look in my face, they only see one expression. Girl, think about what I did to your face. You know it's got me stressing. So sorry, so sorry. So sorry about your face.
I said don't worry about it. You came in here thinking I had all the answers here for you. You came in here thinking, now boy you got me thinking too. You're cuter than I imagined, and it's impacting what I say to you. No wonder Trinity loves you, and this
sorry,
love
wasn't listening, I was thinking about your face. So sorry.
got to let it go.
So sorry about your face. I'm so sorry.
Baby, let it go.
So sorry about your knowing people look at my Neo face, they only see one expression. Girl, think about what I did to your face. You know it's got me stressing. So sorry, so sorry. So sorry about your face.
You gotta let it go.
Yeah, yeah, let it go, Neo. Yeah, yeah, got to let it go, Neo. Yeah, yeah, no, no. Yeah, yeah, no, no. Why she acting casually, still moving so gradually? Had she broken my face, I'd be feeling badly. Was it sent from FTD for an anniversary, or a hospital recovery, or a husband deceased? How long has she had that face? Was it from a gift shop? Based on how cheap the kitchen looks, maybe it was thrift shop. All this should be baking my noodle. All this should be baking my noodle.
You know what's really gonna bake your noodle later on is, would you have broken my vase if I hadn't said that you were gonna break my face? You don't know.
Oh my God! Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I shattered your face into 1,000 little pieces when I turn around a corner. Oh my God, I should never have been looking at you instead of a vase. Oh my God, always look out for vases, or else your elbow's gonna hit those vases, and then ain't gonna be on your faces if you shatter the vases.
Well, what do you think, Neo? About what Morpheus thinks? About you being the, well, you know.
I think I might be the one knocking on your door. I think I might be the one to hear a little more. I think I might be the one to know what you got in store. I think I might be the one that you've been looking for. I think I might be the one. Oh, oh, oh. I think I might be the one. Oh, oh, oh. I think I might be the one. Oh, oh, oh. I think I might be the one.
I think you might be the one to do some special stuff. I think you might be the one who thinks he's just enough. I think you might be the one for when the going gets tough. You and Morpheus has to die, and that's just the way it is.
Yesterday I learned I was a battery, and now I think things may be worse ahead of me. I think I just learned everything's a lie. I think I realized I might not be your guy. I think I might not be the one. Oh, oh, oh. I think I might not be the one. Oh, oh, oh. I think I might not be the one. Oh, oh, oh. I think I might not be the one.
I think I'll examine your eyes and your mouth and your hands. I think you just might have to take a stance. I think you're sweating and you're scared, and there is a chance that if I go ahead and tell you the truth, you'll shit your pants. I think you're just not the one. 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 I'm sorry, Neo. Here, have a cookie.
At first I was sad, and I wasn't happy I came. But then I had that cookie. That cookie's so great. And now I'm really glad that cookie could be a part of my day. The best thing about the Matrix is the way that cookie tastes, that cookie tastes, that cookie tastes, that cookie tastes like I'm not gonna die, not gonna die, not gonna die, not gonna die. That cookie tastes, that cookie tastes, that cookie tastes, that cookie tastes like I'm still alive, like I'm still alive, like I'm still alive. If you've never had a cookie that can erase thoughts of death, then whatever cookie you think is so great, I promise you it's not the best. 'Cause over here in the Matrix, the Oracle just fed me fresh baked immortality. That cookie tastes, that cookie tastes, that cookie tastes, that cookie tastes like I'm not gonna die, not gonna die, not gonna die, not gonna die. That cookie tastes, that cookie tastes, that cookie tastes, that cookie tastes like I'm still alive, like I'm still alive, like I'm still alive.
Whatever the Oracle said, Neo, it's between you two.
Yum, 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 chew, 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 chew.
The Oracle is special. In this whole universe, she's the only one of her ilk.
Oh, I'm sorry, Morpheus. Did you just say something that rhymes with milk? That cookie tastes, that cookie tastes, that cookie tastes, that cookie tastes like I'm not gonna die, not gonna die, not gonna die, not gonna die. That cookie tastes, that cookie tastes, that cookie tastes, that cookie tastes like I'm still alive, like I'm still alive, like I'm still alive, like I'm still alive. Yeah. Talking about that cookie and the way it tastes. Oh my God. So, can we go back and grab one more cookie, please? For the road? Just one more.
You chose this chapter, the Oracle chapter.
I really wanted this chapter. Of all the chapters, this is my favorite. Because they have like Keanu Reeves eating a cookie.
Yeah.
I think there's something about in the middle of the movie, like slowing down and having your super karate shoot 'em up superhero just like pausing to have a cookie and feel nice.
Yeah. It is weird. Of all the things that are like mind blowing about The Matrix, the movie, it's not like the one that totally just doesn't make sense to me is why eating the cookie will make him feel better.
That's the whole thing.
What?
You'll get to it at the end of the song. I don't want to spoil it, but in case you want something afterwards, like that's the whole purpose of that joke of that song.
Yeah.
Is that it's a magical fucking cookie that can wipe away anything.
Yeah. It all makes sense. Well, thanks for joining us on the podcast. Thanks for your amazing chapter.
It's my flavor. Oh, sorry.
All these sections I would use, except for when you keep interrupting me to say you're not going to use that part. Okay. That's the only part that makes any use.
So the editor in my head, it's going forward.
Do you want to edit the chapter?
Nope. No time. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks for having me on and giving me a chance to share my music.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys. And of course, each week on the show, we talk to someone who worked on the actual film The Matrix. Today, Kevin sat down with Hallie Haas. Let's hear that interview.
All right, we're here with another interview episode of The Novelizers. I'm Kevin Carter, and I am here with Hallie Haas, who is the long coat consultant for the movie The Matrix. Hallie, how's it going?
It's going great. Thank you so much for having me, Kevin.
I want to thank you for being here because you're the person I want to talk to. I've always wanted to try long coats, but I feel like I have a T-Rex type of body, so I don't think it works for me with long coats.
I see. So short arms.
Yep, short arms, big shoulders. You know what I'm saying?
I see.
Yep.
Well, a long coat could really balance you out a little bit. I always say the longer the skirt, the smaller the torso. So could be a good visual illusion for you.
I like that. I could definitely look taller in front of the ladies. I appreciate that.
That's exactly right.
That's my goal. So can you get a little bit into what it is your job is on the set of The Matrix with your position?
Of course. So a lot of people hear long coat consultant and they think, okay, costume designer. No, absolutely not. I am actually an assistant, a consultant to the costume designer on this project, of course, Kim Barrett. And I come in to provide background, expertise specifically on the long coats of the film. And when I say long coat, I want to be clear, it's really anything from mid-thigh to the floor. So I'm not doing bombers, I'm not doing jean jackets, I'm not doing, little crop jackets, but if we're at mid-thigh, I'm coming in.
Okay, makes sense. Why do you think long coats was so important in this movie? Because it seemed like everybody had them.
Yes. And so they pretty much all did. That's a great observation. And I think long coats, so there's a lot of kind of larger than life characters in The Matrix. They're embodying this kind of magical computer land, and we had to show that through the majesty of the jacket. And a long coat, it just commands respect. It commands superiority. And let's not deny that it looks great when you're kicking your leg out of it.
That is true. And I think it also looks good when you take both your hands and you fwap it. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
It's the fwap. And we said, Keanu was very intent on getting a long coat. And you might recall that he actually he isn't seen in a long coat until the very end. So he really has to earn that long coat because he's the everyman. So he's in regular clothes. Maybe you see him in a suit when he's at the office. Yeah. He has to become the one in order to earn his coat. And that thing is to the floor.
Yeah, you just blew my mind because that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
To why it took him so long to be initiated with the long coat.
Exactly. He has to, and when he meets Morpheus, as you recall, Morpheus, that is a long coat. And it's, to us, it was like, that's the epitome. That's the apex long coat. It's basically a gown.
Yeah. When I seen more Lawrence Fishburne's long coat, I was like, this is like Met Gala long coat.
It's Met Gala. I mean, what we love so much about that coat is that it defies boundaries across every style matrix. Forgive the term.
Yes.
But it's a motorcycle jacket and a trench at the same time. You know, it has those lapels. They can be up, they can be wide. It can be buttoned. And what is this look? It's, you know, it's kind of militaristic in a way. Of course, with the long skirt sweeping the floor.
Yep.
But when he opens it, he's loose, you know, he's moving. He's kind of a renegade, a little bit of a relaxed sort of assassin type. So a really interesting look on Morpheus.
Okay. So, question with the long coats.
Yes.
When you guys designed this, because like I said, to me, it seemed like every person that possessed a long coat, it was different. It was different, right? So did y'all design these coats based on the physicality of the actor, or you based it on the character, like their attributes and everything like that of the character?
I have to say both.
Okay.
We really take into a holistic vision. So Lawrence, I mean, we could put him in something kind of huge because he's an imposing figure. You know, he cuts a line, so he can wear that truly floor length. We wouldn't want to put someone short. We wouldn't want to put Cypher, for example, in a floor length coat. It's going to eat him up.
Exactly.
It's going to absolutely eat him up.
Exactly.
So we really take that into account. Trinity, who we haven't spoken about yet. Carrie-Anne Moss, gorgeous, can really rock anything, but we want to show her off, which is why we're using exclusively pleather. She is, you want to see every little thing moving inside of her coat. And she's wearing several different coats in this piece. Yeah. And each one in pleather, kind of the queen of pleather. Do you recall that final long pleather coat that she's in?
I've as a child, I've had many days with Trinity and the pleather. Yeah.
You know, I don't think you'd be the first one to say that. I think we've all kind of fallen asleep or been asleep and been thinking about her.
Damn straight.
She gorgeous. She is a shapeshifter. We needed her oily. We needed to show that she kind of becomes whoever she needs to be. Like in that final scene, can you drive that helicopter? Not yet, but you know she's going to.
Yep.
And her jackets and her coats needed to reflect that. So we first see her, she's in a pleather blazer mid-thigh. She's all business. I'm taking you to Morpheus. Be careful. He knows everything you're about to say. She's this shepherdess, right? Scene 2, we go to this kind of pleather Elizabethan look. Doesn't have a coat, but her skirt and jacket together is almost a coat in its own way because it's all the same material. It evokes coat, if you know what I'm saying. And then, of course, the pleather trench at the very end. This is the natural conclusion in her journey, in her coat journey, in her pleather journey. This thing says, don't fuck with me. Look what I did to get here. Now I'm in a full look and I'm going to come for you.
That's, I honestly didn't know that much thought was put into, in this type of movie. And it just lets you know how great this movie is because like this is crazy. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just completely agreeing with you. I just respect everyone who worked on this, and that's exactly right. And when you're watching it, you don't want to be thinking about the coats. You don't want it to be so obvious that you're like, wow, this coat really. It's not Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, right? It's not like the coats are forefront. But if you dig deeper, you realize there's actually a whole universe underneath these coats, and that's what's so amazing about my work. Or my job. Yeah,
that's beautiful. Was there anybody on set that you had difficulty fitting? Like you couldn't really know, I don't know what kind of coat this guy or girl would work for them. Was there anybody that was difficult?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, you might recall, the character Switch, who she's got that great kind of spiky blondish hair.
Yeah, I remember her. Yeah. She said, not like this.
Don't unplug me like this. Yep. Let me go with dignity.
Yep.
we knew we wanted to put her in a coat, but it was hard to find the right one because we want all of these members of the Nebuchadnezzar to stand out, and not at many other. In fact, of the other members, we're not really putting them in coats, but she's the other woman on board, and she's kind of a sacrificial lamb in a way. Not like this, right? Don't let me die like this. And so it was difficult. And then we had this boom. I had this, the light turned on. I said, let's put her in white. And she is the only character you see in a textured white long coat. And so it was tough to get there. But once we did, it was like, it was like, of course it's white. What else could it have been?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there is, I do my research before I interview people, do my research. And there are some people who have negative things to say about long coats. One of those things is, what are you hiding? Now, they don't do anything physically. It's like long coats is a symbol of hiding something emotionally, hiding, saying your true feelings or who you really are, things like that. Is there any truth to that?
I think there is absolutely truth to that, 100%. And on this film, if you think about it, these characters are only in long coats when they're in the Matrix, which is, in a way, a mask of your true self. So they need that protection. They need, as you said, to physically hide things, guns for the most part, but they also are masking or hiding their deepest inner beings that have obviously been ripped from them when they were plugged in.
Yeah.
So I think that is absolutely true. And I think you actually see that across genre. If I could speak to some other projects.
Yeah, please do speak to projects.
Of course. So, one of the most classic long coats in the oeuvre is, of course, Christian Slater in Heathers. He's hiding things. Do you remember this coat?
I don't remember this coat, movie, or person.
All right. So Christian Slater, actor, he's playing JD. He's wearing a long duster. And at the end of the film, sorry, spoiler, he's blowing up himself and the school, essentially. Pretty dark. Mm-hmm. And, unfortunately, it's given the dark duster a sort of terrorist connotation. It has gained that because he is so, he's just hurting so badly. And that coat, it's like it was protecting him until it can't protect him any longer.
I'm just being serious. I did not know it went this deep with coats. This is crazy.
Coats are deeper than you could imagine.
Yeah. Well, so what got you into this? Like, as a kid, or what got you into taking this route for your career?
That is a great question. Well, I've always loved them. I've always gravitated towards layers, and specifically the final layer. And even at the beach, you won't catch me in a bikini, right? I'm going to be wearing, if I can, a swim coat. Because I just love to be enveloped in that. And when I was a child, I'll never forget my first long coat. It was cherry red, a sort of Russian black collar with those wonderful frog and toggle clasps. And it just made me feel like this sort of Tsarina. And I just knew for the rest of my life, I want to put people in coats, specifically long ones. And, I went to RISD, and I started out at RISD in art. And then I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a painter. And I said, can we come up with a major? Can I come up with an independent major long coat designer? And, it's amazing. They said yes.
They said yes to that?
They said yes. I think that my passion just shone through, and they had recently brought in some costumes, some textile people. And I think they, because the program was in flux, they were feeling a little more open to trying things, and boom, they gave it to me. So yeah, I do have a PhD, or actually I shouldn't say PhD. I got my PhD later when I did a long study of coats, specifically in films, but I have my fine arts degree in long coat design.
So are you saying just passion alone can help you create your own degree?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Of course. Is there something you're passionate about that you wish you had gotten a degree in?
Madden football, video games.
Okay.
It's Madden video games. If I could have got a degree in that, oh my gosh, I'd be making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
If I get a degree in that, I could teach it. You know what I'm saying? I could help.
Yes.
Help the world with
help
that.
Help the people, help the youth. Yeah. I think you just have to find the right program and get the right ear. Mm-hmm. And you can really, make those dreams come true.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Was there anybody on the set that, let's say, they weren't team long coats? They had issues. They said, you know what? I don't want to do this. It's hard for me to move. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm walking around like a rubber ducky for some reason. It sounds like rubber swishing all back and forth. I don't like it. Was there anybody like that?
Well, it did take a bit of time to get Lawrence to commit to his coat because he wants to be free. He really wants to be able to move. And we said, you just have to trust me here. Okay. Trust me, the coat is going to serve the character. And once we got into that language, he's a serious actor. He takes this stuff seriously. And once we used that kind of language, he was like, you know what? You're right. Let's make this happen. And then it was off to the races. And he kept coming up to me and said, I'm really sorry for what I said because the coat is actually serving me greatly. And we're actually great friends now. And it never was a problem again. So, yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's absolutely beautiful. Was there how's life after the Matrix? Are you still doing movies with long coats or anything like that? Of
course. 100%. It's funny because we're in a little bit of a drought where long coats are concerned. People are really loving shorter jackets, but every once in a while, there's a great opportunity. In one of the most recent Bond films, they brought me on. They said, we got to get Daniel Craig in something a little bit longer than a suit jacket. We've been seeing Bond in suit jackets for, how many years at this point? 50? Exactly. It's like, it's interminable. Why can't we cover the bum a little bit, Right. Mm-hmm. So they brought me in. We put him in a double-breasted jacket, top coat, a double-breasted black top coat right above the knee. He was going to a funeral. It just sang. It's sang. So yeah, and even though there's not as many opportunities as there used to be for long coats, I am still working. I'm at home, I'm designing. I'm thinking, what could be next? AI is coming up. Why don't I design a program for AI that specifically catches long coats, works on them, and finds them in the universe, and then aggregates them into a program? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're thinking in the future, and
I'm thinking in the future.
That's what we need.
100%.
You're thinking in the Matrix. It was horrible. It was a bad joke, but it was. That's what I feel. That's what I feel you're doing right now.
I really appreciate that, and I don't think it was bad because it is. The Matrix is, as we all know, it's all around us.
Yeah. I haven't really told anybody this. Been keeping it kind of close to the chest. But I've been writing scripts and writing screenplays and stuff for movies and stuff.
Wow.
Because I'm still trying to get out there in the Hollywood, and try to make something for myself. Mm-hmm. And this podcast is a good outlet for that. And I've been meeting new people like yourself, and so I feel like I've been writing something and want to talk to you about it. The name of the movie right now that I've gotten, the name of the script is The Longest Coat.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah, it's called The Longest Coat.
Your film is called The Longest Coat?
Yeah. It is. It's based off of a fashion designer who was framed for murder, and she got accused of murder, and they put her in jail. And the only way for her to get out and get her innocence back is to put on a fashion show, and she does it with all the inmates. And guess what? The theme is long coats. So that's what she's known for. So long coats actually save people's lives in this movie.
I cannot believe this. I am dying to see this film.
Yeah.
Can we get it produced?
That's the plan. You know what I'm saying? I need, and I was hoping you could be there for a consultant to make sure that these coats could, really, really pop.
Absolutely. So this is the fashion show in prison that's going to get her freed.
Exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And where is she sourcing the materials? That's the first thing. We got to be true to life.
Well, so right now she's going to be sourcing it from like the jail cell. So she's going to be cutting up the mattresses.
Blankets.
Yep. And just actually making it into long coats. She's using her talent.
I am so glad you said this because quilted long coats are very au moment, right? They are of the moment.
Yep.
And I can really see, we cut the pillow top of that mattress and they're wearing these kind of voluminous, pillowy, mattressy, maybe they're a little dirty. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Oh, that is huge. I mean, I can really see this. And, the prison jumpsuit, I don't know what color they're working with, but, are we working with an orange? Are we working with a blue?
I was thinking blue. Work with blue. And I think what the interesting thing of the movie was going to be was, she was going to be using confiscated weapons and use those as her tools to create in the jackets and stuff. Yeah.
Fascinating. So we found this knife.
Yeah.
And how is she going to get access to it is my question.
She has a best friend, cellmate, and her cellmate is very good at stealing things and sneaking around the prison and getting things like that. So it's a little bit of comedy aspect to it as well. But, it's
a caper. It's a little bit of a caper.
Yes, it's a caper.
I love this. And who are we thinking to star? Let me think. No, you tell me who you're thinking.
I was thinking. I don't know. I didn't have anybody. I was just
Kristen Wiig. Let's get Kristen Wiig. What do you think?
I would absolutely love Kristen Wiig.
You said comedy, and I started thinking. I could really see her becoming that designer, right?
Yeah.
Could be good.
That's pretty good. I think that'd be a great person for it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm fine with her cellmate being Maya Rudolph or something. So
let's get Maya and put them together. Oh my God! And Maya's grabbing knives, and Kristen is zhuzhing up an amazing coat. I mean, it's gonna be that classic.
This is you brighten my day. You've actually brightened my day.
No, I mean, you've really inspired me. I mean, I just feel so touched that someone is out there still thinking about us.
Yes.
Absolutely, we get a little emotional here. It's tough because, they forget about long coats and we need people like you who remember and who really honor the art form to bring it to the cultural forefront. So I am just grateful. I feel like it was an absolute coup de chance, an absolute stroke of luck that we're speaking here today.
Yes, it all happens for a reason. Before we sign off, I want to ask you one more question.
Of course.
We've talked about the importance of long coats in society, just in general. But we also know that there are people out there that aren't sold on it. They aren't ready to accept the potential of what long coats can give them. If you could have a message to give those people to turn their heads to give long coats a chance, what would you say to them?
I would say, don't be afraid to be held, because that's what a long coat does for you. It gives you the hug you've needed for your entire life. And I know you need that. So get out there and get yourself a long coat. That's what I have to say.
God damn it. That was absolutely beautiful. I got a tear. It's tearing up. It's not going to drop, but it's tearing up.
Oh yeah. It's not going to drop, but it's like, it's in there.
It's there.
It's like there. Well, that's a tear. Yeah. I also want to say to them, if you have an image in your head of what a long coat is, just wipe that thing clean, because there are so many different kinds of long coats. You could go fur, you could go faux fur, you can go shearling, you can go leather, you can go duster, you can go pea coat. The world is your oyster, and just get yourself to a JCPenney warehouse and see what your future may hold.
I like it. The world is your oyster, and that oyster is stuffed inside of a long coat.
That's exactly right.
This is Kevin Carter with the Novelizers, here with Hallie Haas, and we're signing off.
Thank you, Kevin. And thanks to this week's guests, Joel Levinson, Al Samuels, Jiavani, Ahsohn Williams, Ross Bryant, and Hallie Haas. Stephen, unplug us from this matrix.
Sure thing. The Novelizers is produced by me, Stephen Levinson, with Graham Douglas, Kevin Carter, Christine Bowen, Dennis DeClaudio, Rob Kuttner, and Sucheta Spokil. Music by Cole Emhoff. Graphic design by Crystal Dennis. Theme song by Andrew Lynn, performed by Knots. Special thanks to Chris Karwowski and WYSO Radio in Yellow Springs, Ohio. The Novelizers is a work of parody unauthorized by Warner Brothers. Follow The Novelizers on Instagram, Threads, Facebook, and TikTok, and please donate to our Patreon. Copyright 2024, Novelizers LLC. Take us out, Amy Mann.
There was a matrix made of computers. There was a guy who could dodge all of the bullets. He lived in fluid, just like a fetus. But he was born again like baby Jesus. Novelize that movie, write a book, and also read it